Test, 1, 2, test, test. Welcome back, Generals fans. It's time for another Generals ball game tonight. Your starting lineup for the Acadiana Cane Cutters is going to be Ryan Carr, number 16, starting in left field for the Cane Cutters. Dobbs, the shortstop, number 34. I'm sorry about that, Generals fans. There is one out in the inning. At the count is 2-2 as Iron Getty comes set, and that's strong. That's taken on the corner for strike 3 as the second out of the inning. For Aaron Getty is off to a quick start. Oh shit. Alright. Alright, and Aaron Getty comes up. Steps on the mound, comes set, delivers the 0-1 pitch. That's a nasty slider in there for strike 1. As Aaron Getty is moving quick tonight, it looks like. As he delivers the 0-1 pitch, and that's going to be popped up. Aaron Getty might be able to make that play, and he does. The Cane Cutters go down in order at the top of the first, and Tanner Roach is going to lead off the game for the Generals tonight. Potvin then struck out looking. That brung up Ryan Flores, who just notched a single, and now we're up to Jordan Johnson, our first baseman for the evening, with one out here in the bottom of the first inning. Jordan Johnson went 0 for 4, had a rough outing last night in the 7-0 win against the first place Brazos Valley Bombers. As the pitcher comes set, looks at Ryan Flores over there, who's definitely. Alright. Once again, we're sorry about that. We're having a bunch of technical difficulties again as Jordan Johnson grounds out to the third baseman. That's going to be a double play right there, and that's going to be the end of the inning. As Jordan Johnson grounds into the 5-4-3 double play, it's going to bring up the Bombers in the top of the first or the top of the second. And we'll be right back. Welcome back to the top of the second inning here against the Acadiana Cane Cutters. Our pitcher, Spencer Aaron Getty, on the mound tonight as he delivers strike one to the first baseman for the Cane Cutters, Norris. And here's the pitch. That's taken for strike two. As Norris is eager to step in and delivers the pitch. Fastball inside, almost got his hands there. Nevertheless, it misses, and the count goes to 1-2. No outs here in the top of the second as Lamati brings the pitch. Fastball misses way out. Count's gonna go to 2-2. Hopefully this one's gonna stay connected. The last batter, the center fielder LeBlanc, was just hit by a pitch. There's gonna be 2 outs here in the top of the second inning, with Austin Haney up and Spencer Aaron Getty on the mound. Seemed to have a tough time locating his fastball here in the top of the second, but his off-speed stuff is working really, really well. As LeBlanc takes his lead off first base, and Aaron Getty slide steps the plate. Fastball misses just outside. Count goes to 1-2. As Aaron Getty looks in and comes set and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Slider that just never got down. Count goes to 2-2. Been a few 2-2 counts so far this inning, as Spencer Aaron Getty's having a tough time locating all of his pitches so far. As he looks in and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swung on for strike 3. Spencer Aaron Getty strikes out Austin Handy to end the inning, and that's going to bring up Generals here in the bottom of the second. Peyton Robertson coming up tonight, batting in the 5-hole for the Generals. Peyton Robertson so far on the season doing pretty well defensively, but only hitting .96 so far. But he does have a .384 on base percentage, which is nothing to laugh at. As the pitcher comes set and delivers the slider in the dirt for ball 1 here to start the bottom of the second inning. Akers on the mound, looking to work quickly today. As he comes set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Another slider in the dirt. Count goes to 2-0 here. Peyton Robertson probably taking right here as the fastball swung on shortstop. That might be a tough play. Nope. Peyton Robertson gets thrown out at first base for the first out here in the top of the second, and that's going to bring up Reese Johnson. Reese Johnson up here for the Generals. And another slider misses down and in. That's 3 sliders in a row in the same spot for Akers. As Reese Johnson takes a pitch, ball 2. Reese Johnson last night for the Generals did not play in the 7-0 win, as that is a broken bat ground ball to second base. That's going to be an easy play for their second baseman. 2 outs here in the bottom of the second.
Catcher number 14, Austin Flamani.
Are we back? Are we back? I think we are. All right. Jordan Johnson swings for strike 2. 2-2 is the count here. We apologize yet again for our stream continuously dropping. Seems we can get about 2.5 good minutes in, and then it drops. As Akers gets the sign from his catcher, probably another slider low and away. And it is, and it's in the dirt again. He's thrown about 7 sliders in the same spot this inning. Full count here for Jordan Johnson. I'm sorry, Austin Flamati. As Akers comes set and delivers the pitch. That's a ground ball to shortstop, and that shouldn't be any trouble. Throws a little up, but it's definitely a catch. No challenge from the first base umpire or any of the players. And we're going to go to the top of the 3rd inning. Generals leading here 1-2. Austin Trace coming in for the Generals to catch for us. Not too sure why
Second baseman number 1, Champ.
why Flamati was taken out. Nevertheless, Austin Trace is behind the plate, and Champ Artigues is up as Aaron Getty throws a fastball way outside for ball 1. And he comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be a ground ball to Peyton Robertson, our shortstop, over to Jordan Johnson. And that's going to be an easy first out. Easy first out here. In the top of the 3rd for the Generals. And that's going to bring up Tyler Thibodeau, the beer better tonight. If Tyler strikes out, it's going to be half-price beer, 2-for-1 beer on the Compadres Design party deck. And then on the 3rd base party deck, it's going to be $2 off all bottled beer. As Flamati comes to set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. That's going to be a slider that just misses in. Count goes to 1-1. One's across the board here in the top of the 3rd. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out as Flamati delivers the 1-1 pitch. And that's a fastball taken up. Flamati having a tough time locating his fastball tonight for some reason. He's just everywhere with it. Nevertheless, here's the pitch. And that's going to be fouled off for strike two. 2-2 count here in the top of the third. The beer batter. As the fans start making their way all the way over to the Compadre Design beer deck. As Thibodeau is thinking, I can't strike out here. As he fouls off the second pitch in a row. Count remains 2-2. Wow, that line is getting long over there on the first base side as Flamati comes set, and that's going to be chopped over to first base, or second base. And Zach Lemus makes the play. Tough stretch, though, from Jordan Johnson. But his foot was able to get back. And that's going to bring up number 16, the leadoff hitter for the Cane Cutters, Ryan Carr. Ryan Carr in his last at-bat grounded out to Peyton Robertson for the first out in the ball game. Spencer and Getty looking pretty well so far with 2 outs here. And that's fouled straight back for the first out or first pitch of the at-bat. And Flamati comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Slider that just breaks in. Misses his head right there. Could have been a scary situation. As Flamati comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be swung on, grounded over to first base. Jordan Johnson. That's going to be a tough play for the pitcher. And he is called safe. He beat that one out, I think. That was a tough play. Little chopper hit there in no man's land for the leadoff hitter, Ryan Carr. And that's going to bring up their shortstop, Cameron Dobbs, who struck out looking in his first at-bat. There's still 2 outs here in the top of the third inning with the Generals leading 1-2. The Generals took the lead in the very first at-bat of the game for them. Hit with Tanner Roach, hitting an absolute missile out to the scoreboard. As Aaron Getty comes set and looks over at the first base runner. Steps off, just got to keep him in check right there. Leadoff hitters are known to have some wheels as Carr gets a big lead over there at first base. Slide step from Aaron Getty, and that's swung on for strike 1. Aaron Getty's already ready to pitch as Dobbs steps in. Aaron Getty comes set. Carr's playing with him over there, almost daring him to pick him off. Carr looks to be one of those base runners that likes to dance and try to get any way into the pitcher's head as Aaron Getty picks off, and Carr is just back in there, gets a hand in. Still 2 outs here in the top of the third inning as we are still live. As Aaron Getty comes set and slide step quick pitches, swung on for strike 2. Dobbs goes down 0-2, 2 outs here in the top of the third inning. Only 1 hit across here for the Cane Cutters, which was Carr's infield single, as Carr steals second base easily, but it doesn't matter because Dobbs strikes out looking again for the second time tonight. Aaron Getty gets out of the easy situation right there. Shit. Bennett Lawrence up here in the bottom of the third inning. Bennett Lawrence last night as the pitcher for the Bombers, Akers, comes set and bounces one in for ball 1 here. Bennett Lawrence last night did not play. as Akers comes set and delivers the 2-0 pitch in the dirt again for ball 3. Akers having a really hard time commanding his pitches really above anywhere from 6 inches in the dirt as he comes set for the 3-0 pitch and delivers another one in the dirt. That's 4-0. That's 4 straight balls in the dirt for Akers. You gotta be wondering how long the cane cutters are gonna let Akers go as Zach Lemus, number 13, Zach Lemus comes up. No outs here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're leading 1-0. We are sorry for those technical difficulties. John Akers balked a few seconds ago as he comes set for the 0-1 pitch, and that was a 2-seam fastball that almost got number 13 Zach Lemus, and that is definitely gonna draw a visit from the cane cutters manager. Akers has decided to throw, or not really decided, he just hasn't been able to find the strike zone, throwing 6 straight balls out of the 6 pitches he's thrown tonight, or in this inning. He balked, causing Bennett Lawrence to go from first to second. You got to be thinking that Lemus right here has the take sign with once again, we apologize for all these drops in our stream. We just can't get a strong connection as Akers comes set for the 3-0 pitch. 7 in a row for Akers, and that's going to miss outside, but the umpire calls it a strike. That's definitely a questionable call. I think the umpire is just trying to help out Akers. That would have been his 8th straight ball. It would have been like in Major League when Rick Vaughn goes out for his first Major League appearance and he throws 16 straight. He was giving him a run for his money. As Akers comes set for the 3-1 pitch, and that misses outside. He's trying to nibble at the corners. As that is back-to-back walks for Akers, as the cane cutters do have a right-hander up in the bullpen. Can't imagine we're gonna let Akers go much longer if he can't throw any more strikes. As Tanner Roach, who hit a home run in the 1st inning, and is the only run across for either team so far, as that pitch is taken on the outside corner for strike 1. That's the first batter this inning that Akers has been able to get in front of, and you just know that Tanner Roach was taken all the way. Tanner Roach known to have some wheels. The corners are coming in. As Akers comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. And that's fake bunted. That's going to miss down and in for ball 1. Akers having a really hard time locating any pitches tonight as he's walked 2 batters this inning. As Akers looks in for about 30 seconds and comes set, looks over at the second base runner Bennett Lawrence, who he balked over, and here's the pitch. That's ripped into left field, and that's definitely going to score Bennett Lawrence. Zach Lemus goes to second, and that's an RBI single for Tanner Roach, who has 2 RBIs on the night and 2 of the Generals' 3 hits. And that is going to bring up Kobe Potvin, the left fielder for the Generals. Kobe Potvin last time struck out swinging. No outs here for the Generals. No outs here for the Generals, unfortunately, for the cane cutters, as Akers has not been able to throw very many strikes as he misses. Down 0-1. Oh, umpire called it a strike, so the count is 0-1 here. No outs in the bottom of the 3rd inning 2 runs across the board for the Generals total, 1 for this inning. Generals are threatening with speed on the base paths. As Potvin looks to bunt, and that's gonna get down, and he's not gonna have a play. What a bunt by Kobe Potvin, getting that right down the third baseline, and that's gonna load up the bases for Ryan Flores, who hit a double play last time. Big situation for Ryan Flores. I'm surprised that the Cane Cutters are going to keep Akers in, as Ryan Flores looks in a big situation here early in this ball game, and that is ripped into the right field, and that's going to score 2. There's going to be a play at the plate, and Tanner Roach is in there easily. Nice swipe tag. Tanner Roach was able to get his hand underneath. That's going to be a RBI double for Ryan Flores. 2 RBI double for Ryan Flores as the Generals take the lead 4-0. I'm sorry, with 5 hits on the night, and that's going to be the night for John Akers. And we will be right back after the short break. And that's going to bring up first baseman Jordan Johnson on to face the new Cane Cutters pitcher Noah Hill. Atkins had a rough outing, he was not able to locate any pitches so far, or thus far in the game, as Hill misses out 1-0. Akers giving up 4 runs and 5 hits in just 2 innings of work, as Hill comes set and looks into Jordan Johnson, delivers the pitch. That's swung on for strike 1. 1-1 goes the count. Cane Cutters playing in right here. As Hill, oh, and that ball is way gone. That ball, they get out ball. That ball is way gone. That's a 3-run homer for Jordan Johnson. And that ball can no longer be buried in a Jewish cemetery because it just got tattooed. That is a 3-run homer for the Generals, bringing this monstrous inning to 6 runs in the inning. 6 runs in the inning. And 7 total. That's going to bring up Peyton Robertson. And Nick Hill off to a rough start where Joey Akers kind of left him in a bad situation. And he left one right over the heart of the plate, and that ball was absolutely mashed. As the 1-0 pitch from Hill misses, 2-0 goes the count to Peyton Robertson. Absolute surge of power from the Generals right now, as Peyton Robertson takes the 2-0 pitch for strike one. Robertson last time up grounded to the shortstop, and that is ripped into left field, and the hit parade continues for the Generals. Oh my goodness, this has been quite an inning for the Generals, as the first 2 batters were walked. And then an absolute piece to left field from Tanner Roach. And that's going to bring up Randy. So that's going to bring up our third baseman, Johnson. And we, with no outs here in the bottom of this 3rd inning, Generals have 6 runs across us. Peyton Robertson steals, and he's in there easily. Generals looking to tack it on early and often against this Cane Cutters pitching staff. You almost feel bad for their defense because they haven't even had a chance to get out of this inning. It's not like they're making errors or anything. The Generals are just getting really good hits and then walks earlier in this inning. And the bunt to the third base side is picked up by the pitcher Hill. Tough play for him, but he makes it as Johnson gets bunts for the first out of the inning. Good sacrifice bunt there, did his job. Catcher Austin Trace, this is going to be his first at bat this inning, as the Cutters infield are in yet again, as the pitch from Hill misses up ball 1. Generals are dangerously close to hitting around this inning. Inning started off with 2 walks, then an RBI single from Tanner Roach, as the ball probably missed outside. I get a couple ideas that the umpire's giving this pitching staff a little bit of sympathy, as that ball was clearly over the white line. And the pitch, that's fouled off for strike 2. 1-2 goes the count. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as Austin Trace steps in for the 1-2 count. Then after Tanner Roach's RBI single, a single from Kobe Potvin, and then a single from Ryan Flores. Then a 3-run home run by Jordan Johnson got the Generals the lead, 7-0. 6 runs this inning, and Peyton Robertson singled, stole a base, and then got over on a sac bunt from Johnson. As the pitch misses up, count goes to 2-2. 1 out here. 3-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, as the catcher Austin Trace comes in. Not too sure why they pulled Austin Flamati, as the pitch from Hill is taken way outside for ball four. And that's going to bring up the man who started this inning off, Bennett Lawrence, as the Generals' parade of walks and hits continues. And that's going to bring up Bennett Lawrence. Yeah, that's going to bring up Bennett Lawrence, who walked his last time and then advanced to second on a balk. As the pitch is taken up and out for ball one. Austin Trace over there at first, and Peyton Robertson over there at third. Peyton Robertson looking like he might want to do something over there at third base as the pitch is taken for strike one. 1-1 goes the count. One out here in the bottom of the third. And here's the pitch from Nick Hill. Check swung, but the umpire says it's a strike anyway. And the count is going to go to 1-2. Definite protect situation right here with 2 strikes for Bennett Lawrence. As the pitch from Hill is a fastball way up. Count goes to 2-2. And the pitch from Nick Hill. And that's going to be a bloop single. That's going to get down, and that's going to score Peyton Robertson. Austin Trace goes to second. And the hit parade just continues for the Generals. 7 runs again. But we are live for the time being. And that's going to bring up number 13. This stream is going to... Alright, and we are back once again as Zach Lemus strikes out looking. 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. The very, very long bottom of the third if you're a Cane Cutters fan. As the Generals have put across 7 runs. And that's going to bring up Tanner Roach, who is 2 for 2 on the night with a home run and an RBI single. And that ball is taken for strike one. Definitely closer than a couple of those calls, but the fans still don't like it. As Tanner Roach, who is definitely off to a hot start, has 2 runners on, 1 in scoring position, and Austin Trace, and that is grounded into the left field. And that's going to be a play at the plate. The throw is going to be offline as Austin Trace is there. The throw to third, not in time. As the Generals just keep bouncing hit after walk after hit. And the score goes 9-0. And that's going to bring up number 8, Kobe Potvin, who had a great bunt down the third baseline his last time up. And that is drilled right over the second baseman, who is able to jump and make one heck of a play. Play the Sports Center anthem on that one, Ash, because that was one heck of a play right there to end the inning for the Cane Cutters. Because that would have sure drove in 2 runs there for the Generals. Generals score 8 in the bottom of the third. Score goes 9-0. Cane Cutters only have 1 hit across. Great, what a play by the second baseman for the Cane Cutters, Artigues. And we'll be right back. the designated hitter, number 14, Spears, up for the Cane Cutters, looking to bounce back after a devastating 8-run bottom of the third inning. For the Generals, as Aaron Getty comes out for his fourth inning at work. And the Generals are leading 9-0 as Spears gets ready for the 0-1 pitch. And that's check swung, but he went on that one. That was a nasty slider that just took off away from Spears. I promise that started at the right half of the plate and ended in the batter's box. And that swung on, and that's going to be popped up right behind second base for Zach Lemus, who makes the play. 1 out here in the top of the fourth inning for the Cane Cutters. And that's going to bring up Fisher Norris, who flew out to left field his last at-bat. That's taken outside for ball 1. Spencer Aaron Getty now getting a chance to pitch with the lead, with a big lead, as the two-seam pitch misses way outside for ball 2. Aaron Getty having a tough time locating his fastball so far this game, but otherwise pretty much shut down, as the fastball miss is down for ball 3. Cane Cutters looking to answer back after the Generals had a behemoth of an inning, scoring 8 runs in the last half inning. And that ball misses outside for ball 4, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, number 10, Xavier Moore, who grounded out to third base last time. And that's going to... Aaron Getty steps onto the mound with 1 runner on. As he checks the runner, comes set, gets his pitch from Austin Trace, looks at the runner again and pitches nasty slider that Austin Trace has a tough time keeping it in front of him, but he's able to. As the count goes to 1-0, that's 5 straight balls for Aaron Getty. As he comes set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Strike 1, he breaks his cold streak. As Aaron Getty gets a sign from Austin Trace, looks over at the runner and delivers the pitch. Nasty slider that breaks in but didn't break down. Misses up high for ball 2. 2-1 goes the count here in the top of the 4th inning. 1 out. One out for the Generals. As Austin Trace misses down for ball 3, in danger of walking another runner into this inning. As he looks in, shakes off his sign from Austin Trace and comes set and delivers the 3-0-1 pitch. Fastball called strike 2. Count goes full. The third baseman, Xavier Morris, for the Cane Cutters, did not agree with that. Home plate umpire says it was a strike. And we come set for the 3-2 pitch. Pick off over to first base. Got to keep him honest over there. As Norris walked in his at bat. 3-2 pitch on the way. And that's going to be ball. Back-to-back walks here for Aaron Getty. But with a 9-run lead and people walking in front of the camera, that is nothing active for the Generals in their bullpen. It's a real nice elbow on our camera. As Aaron Getty comes set and delivers the 0-0 pitch, which is fouled off. And that's going to get into the river over on the left side of the park. As Aaron Getty gets a new ball, rubs it around a little bit, and is back on the mound to face Austin Haney, the right fielder. I'm sorry, LeBlanc, the center fielder. And LeBlanc was hit by a pitch in his last at-bat. And that is swung on for strike 2. He said, I'm not going to walk to get on base. You're not going to put me on base. I'm getting on base myself. And he has gone down 0-2 right here. As Flamati comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch with 2 runners on. And that's fouled off back to the Cane Cutters dugout. And there comes our dugouts to come get our bat boy to come get the ball and bring it back to the dugout. Number 22, LeBlanc, steps back in for the 0-2 pitch. As Flamati delivers. Fastball outside, but called strike 3 anyway. This umpire does tend to give the pitchers the corners, as we've had him a couple times, and the players don't seem to like it very much, but nevertheless, he's going to call it a strike. As Flamati comes set and delivers the 0-0 pitch, 2 outs here in the top of the 4th inning with the Generals leading 9-0, but they better be careful because the Cane Cutters do have a runner in scoring position. As Flamati looks in and shakes off his sign from Austin Trace. And that is check swung on, but umpire says he does not go. No appeal. 2 balls here. As Flamati is a new addition to our team. This is his first outing today for the Generals. As he throws the pitch, and that's going to miss down for ball 3. Flamati is so new, we don't even have him on our website. As he delivers the 3-0 pitch, and that's going to miss for the 3rd walk of the inning. As Coach Oros does not care. Only 1 hit across for the Cane Cutters so far, and that's going to bring up Chase Artigues, the second baseman, as Austin Haney, the right fielder, walks. Chase Artigues, the last time up, grounded to the shortstop, Peyton Robertson. As time is called. And Flamati makes the pitch for strike 1. A 1 pitch misses down for ball 1. 1-1 goes the count. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. As that is drilled back to the shortstop, which dives and makes a tough play. Peyton Robertson's flip is not in time. What an effort by Peyton Robertson. That's going to go down as an infield single, but a tough flip as Zach Lemus was not able to get it as they tried to get the runner there at second. Peyton Robertson looks a little bit shaken up as he's going to take a second to collect himself. And the beer batter is coming up, the catcher, Thibodeau. If he strikes out, it's going to be 2-for-1 draft beers at the Compadre Design Party Deck as the first pitch is taken for strike 1. If he strikes out, 2-for-1 draft beers on the Compadre Design Party Deck. And then on the third base party deck, it's going to be $2 off of the $5 can beer as Flamati comes set. And that's check swung on for strike 2. As the fans start making their way over toward the beer deck. And that line is already to the dugout, as people are very excited about the potential for 2-for-1 draft beers. As Flamati comes set and delivers. That's going to be grounded to the third baseman, Johnson. And thrown over to the first baseman. Makes the play. Jordan Johnson makes a tough stretch over there. And we're going to go to the bottom of the 4th with the Generals up 9-2. Reed Spenrath on the mound for the Cane Cutters. As Nick Hill's inning of work got them out of the tough spot that the starting pitcher for the Cane Cutters, Akers, got him in. Ryan Flores is up for the Generals. And Ryan Flores, last time up, hit a bomb. I'm sorry, no, he hit a single. Alright, and then Spenrath comes set and delivers the pitch to Flores, who had a single in his last at-bat. Bottom four here for the Victoria Generals. As last inning, they were able to mount 8 runs. Generals' offense looked very, very promising last inning. And the pitch. And it's going to be fouled off for strike 2. 1-2 goes the count. Ryan Flores, our everyday first baseman so far this year, hitting .291 with a .328 on base percentage. That is ripped down the first base line, but gets just fouled. Ryan Flores so far with 1 home run on the season, 6 doubles, and a total of 16 hits and 53 plate appearances. As that ball misses out and up for ball 2. 2-2 goes the count. No outs here for the Victoria Generals. As Ryan Flores is 2 for 2 on the day. As the pitch misses out, 3-2. Full count here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As that is crushed, and Brian Flores with the bat flip, as that ball is going to easily get out of here and go into the trees. As he knew it right off the bat. He even gave it a little bat flip right there. As the Generals score their 10th run of the ball game, just absolutely pouring it on. Absolutely pouring it on here. As they have scored 9 runs in 2 innings on 8 hits in these last 2 innings. 10 runs, 10 hits, 1 error for the Generals. As Jordan Johnson, who hit a home run in his last at-bat, a 3-run shot into the left center field. And that ball was absolutely mashed by Ryan Flores. It's his second home run of the season. Just Jordan Johnson, our first baseman today, comes up, and that is a two-seamer taken for strike one. I apologize about these guys, as we do have some fans right in front of our camera, so they are prone to move around a little bit. As as the pitcher Spenrath steps off the mound and steps back on, that's going to be a fastball that misses way out for ball two. No outs here in the bottom of the fourth as the first leadoff hitter of the inning. Up, and that's drilled to center field, but he might get under that, and that's going to be off the wall as Jordan Johnson is going to go to third on this one. He's booking it, and he's sliding in there for a triple. Jordan Johnson having one heck of a night so far, adding a triple to his home run. Wow, what a couple innings for Jordan Johnson as he comes up in the third, hits a 3-run home run, and then comes up in the fourth and hits a triple. That's going to bring up Peyton Robertson, who was able to get a single in his last at-bat that kept the inning going right after Jordan Johnson's home run, and was able to steal second base and then advance to third and then eventually score, as the fastball is taken upstairs for ball one. As the pitch from Spenrath is swung on Hardy hack from Peyton Robertson as he was trying to get a part of the fun. After a leadoff home run and then a triple, Peyton Robertson was saying, "Let me get some," as he steps in ready for the 1-1 pitch. That's a two-seam that is going to get off the catcher's glove, and Jordan Johnson's going to come and score home on the wild pitch from Spenrath. He is having a tough inning, facing two batters thus far and giving up as many runs. And Peyton Robertson steps in a totally hitter's count right here. 2-1 is the count, and that ball is going to miss way outside as Peyton Robertson might walk here. Definitely looking for his pitch right here. It's got to be in his zone, his little box. And if it is, he's going to take a hack. And that ball is taken on the outside for strike two. Count goes full 3-2. Want to be a little bit aggressive on those outside pitches right here with this umpire ringing up everything, as that ball was inside but grounded to their shortstop, and Peyton Robertson is going to try and make it in there, and the umpire calls him out. That was a tough play. Peyton Robertson has some wheels and made that a play when it probably shouldn't have been a play, as that is the first out here in the bottom of the fourth, as the Generals lead 11-2. The Generals saw the two that the Cane Cutters got in the top of the inning and matched it very quickly. As that ball was taken, looked down and in, but called strike. As Randy Johnson comes in with the 0-1 pitch, and that is missing way outside for ball one. As Johnson steps in, Johnson with a sac bunt his last time up, and a ground ball to second base in his first at-bat. 0 for 1 on the day for Johnson. As Spenrath comes set and delivers the pitch in the dirt. As Spenrath comes set and delivers The 2-1 pitch. That's fouled off. Fouled off to keep the at bat alive. As Spenrath comes set and delivers the pitch. And Johnson thought that was ball 4. Let's see what we're going to do. The umpire says that that's ball 3. Johnson definitely thought that was ball 4. Thought he was going to be able to get on base for the first time tonight and be a part of the parade that the Generals have going so far as Austin Trace gives him his bat back. Full count here, 1 out in the bottom of the 4th inning as the Generals have matched the 2 that the Cane Cutters got in the top half of the inning. Generals 11 runs on 11 hits and 1 error across as Spenrath comes set and throws a curveball that misses up. It's a debatable call as the catcher wanted to know where it missed. And Johnson walks to get on base for the first time. That's going to bring up Austin Trace, who led off of the last inning and started. No, I'm sorry. Did not lead off the last inning, but he walked and ended up scoring. As Austin Trace comes set and Spenrath delivers the first pitch. Fastball taken down and in for strike 1. 1 out here as Johnson takes his lead off of first base. And Spenrath comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Back pick from the catcher. And Johnson is in there easily. As Austin Trace steps in, looking to get some good wood on a ball real quick with the 0-2 count. And here's the pitch from Spenrath. And that is ball down in the dirt as the catcher, Thibodeau, had to make a block right there on a fastball. That's never fun when you're a catcher. When a pitcher just spikes a fastball, as Austin Trace can relate. And that is lined to the second baseman. That's going to be 2. Oh, no. Bad throw. Umpire calls time as it looked like the first baseman dropped it right there. And they're going to call Johnson out on a definitely questionable call right there. And that's going to end the inning for the Generals. Generals got 2 across on a leadoff home run, a triple, and then a wild pitch. Generals lead 11-2 here in the top of the 5th inning. Welcome back to the top of the fifth inning. The Generals currently crushing the Cane Cutters 11 to 2. Spencer Getty out for his fifth inning of work so far. He's given up 2 hits, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts, and gave up a 2 spot in the last inning as he looks to bounce back and throw up another goose egg. As Aaron Getty comes set and delivers the pitch, he misses up, ball 1. And that's going to bring up for the Rougarou as that pitch is swung on for strike 1. 1-1 goes the count. That's going to bring off the leadoff hitter, Randy Carr, who has singled in his last at bat and grounded out to shortstop in his first at bat. As that ball misses up for ball 2. Aaron Getty steps back on the mound. As the pitch is swung on, go over to Peyton Robertson, and that's going to go over to Jordan Johnson. He makes the play easily. And that's going to bring up Cameron Dobbs, who has 2 plate appearances on the night and has struck out looking both times. Let's see if Aaron Getty can continue his dominance on Dobbs so far, as the first pitch is swung on for strike 1. As Aaron Getty is already ready for the pitch, as Dobbs steps back into the plate, and Aaron Getty starts his windup. That's flicked into shallow left field. Peyton Robertson is going to come over and catch that ball, as Peyton Robertson makes one heck of a play for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter, Tremaine Spears, who popped out to the pitcher his first at bat and then popped out right behind second base in his second at bat. As the first pitch is taken, slider in there for strike 1. Swung on, fouled off for strike 2, as Aaron Getty is working quickly this inning in the top of the 5th. 2 outs, Generals leading 11 to 2. As Aaron Getty's fastball misses way outside. Looked like he rushed himself a little bit right there, as he got 2 quick outs and then 2 quick strikes on Spears. He was looking to capitalize on a quick inning, just rushed himself a little bit as the 1-2 pitch is taken. Nasty slider for strike 3. And that's going to hang up another goose egg for the Cane Cutters. And then we're going to go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Generals currently leading 11 to 2. Noah Hughes on for the Cane Cutters. And that's going to wrap it up for Spenrath.
We got some changes for the Cane Cutters to tell you about. Now playing third base. Cordell Bowie from the second base for the Kansas City Warren. Sliding shortstop number 1, Champ Martinez.
As Bennett Lawrence steps in. Bennett Lawrence so far tonight is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single in his last at bat. As Noah comes set and delivers the fastball that is called for strike one on the outer half of the plate from Noah Hughes. As Hughes comes set and delivers, fastball taken. Look to be a little up. Count goes to 1-1. As Hughes looks in to get his sign, and he does, from Thibodeau, and the pitch. That's fouled off for strike two. 1-2 goes the count. And Reed Spenrath last inning gave up 2 hits, 2 runs, had 1 walk, and no strikeouts in his inning of work. As Noah Hughes is on the mound, and the 1-2 pitch is taken upstairs for ball 2. 2-2 goes the count. As Bennett Lawrence steps back into the box, and Hughes looks to get his sign from Thibodeau. As he comes set and delivers the pitch. That's taken in the dirt. Count goes to 3-2. Hughes looks to be working out of the stretch to this inning, which is not uncommon. For pitchers nowadays. That is swung on for strike 3 as Bennett Lawrence goes down swinging, and that's going to bring up Zach Lemus, who is 0 for 1. My apologies, with a walk and a run scored, and struck out looking in his last at bat. Lemus was the second runner on in the giant 8-run inning for the Generals, as that first pitch is fouled off out of play. Count goes to 0-1. As Lemus steps in and Hughes gets his sign from Thibodeau, shakes him off twice, comes set, looks like he's got his pitch, and here we go with the 0-1 pitch. And that's check swung on for strike 2. As the bad boy goes to give the umpire about 3 baseballs and gets the foul ball right there. Gives it right back to the umpire. Umpire has 4 baseballs now. Shouldn't need him for about an inning or so. As Lemus gets ready for the 0-2 pitch. That is taken way outside. That was definitely on the white line right there, as he strikes out looking for his second time of the night. And that's going to bring up the center fielder, number 44, Tanner Roach, who had an absolute bomb in his first at-bat. And then a 2 RBI single, his second at-bat, and then a single in the top of the third. And that's going to be a foul ball. That gets down. Third baseman tried to make a play over there.
I think his name is Cordell.
Cordell Bowie in at third base for the Cane Cutters, looking to get a little bit of playing time. as he comes in for Artigues, the second baseman. And then they're going to move Zion Moore over to second base. Yeah. And then Artigues is going to go to shortstop. And that pitch is swung on for strike 3, and that's going to end the inning for the Generals. Nothing across here. Generals still absolutely crushing the Cane Cutters, 11-2. Aaron Getty out for his 6th inning of work, as the Generals are going to look to use his pitches and probably save the bullpen for a little bit later. I'd imagine if he gets a runner on or gets into a little bit of trouble that they're going to go with the righty they got in the bullpen. Can't tell who it is from here, though. As Aaron Getty steps onto the bump, and that's going to bring up center fielder number 22, Hunter LeBlanc, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and then struck out looking in his last at-bat. And the pitch from Aaron Getty is foul ball, strike 1. No outs here in the top of the 6th inning, as this is the leadoff hitter. And here's the pitch. That's lined out to the right fielder, Kobe Potvin. Oh, I'm sorry, that's not the right fielder is Bennett Lawrence. My mistake. Kobe Potvin's in left field. As there's now 1 out in the top of the 6th inning. And that is going to bring up Xavier Moore, who is 0 for 1 with a walk in his last at-bat. And then he was just drilled by the first pitch of that at-bat. We'll see if Coach Oros wants to do anything with the pitcher in the bullpen. He's been up for about an inning and a half so far. And that's going to bring up number 22, Hunter LeBlanc, who was hit by a pitch in his first at-bat and then struck out looking in his last at-bat. 1 out here in the top of the 6th inning, as the pitch from Aaron Getty is a fastball that misses outside for ball 1. Perfect double play situation here, as the Generals leading 11-2. And speaking of 11-2, or 11 runs scored, the Orioles are actually beating the crap out of the Indians right here, 11-0 as well. That's a nice little coincidence right there, isn't it? And the pitch from Aaron Getty is a ground ball over to first base. Not going to be able to get 2 on there, but we do get 1, as there's 2 outs here in the top of the 6th inning. And that's going to bring up number 15, Alex Haney, who struck out in his first at-bat and then walked in his last at-bat. As Aaron Getty comes set. second one. As Aaron Getty's looking in. As Austin Haney, the right fielder, is ready for the 1-0 pitch. And that is absolutely blasted about 100 feet foul from the left field foul pole. Nevertheless, that was absolutely crushed. If we had grandstands, would have been in those. Might have been actually hit out of those. Not quite sure. That ball was absolutely crushed, though. 1-1 is the count. That's a line to the shortstop. That's going to get through. That's definitely going to score a run, as Tanner Roach won't even try him. Just throws the ball into second. Cane Cutter's able to get a run in this inning and able to just chip away the lead, as that's what you got to do when you're down by what was 9 runs and is now 8 runs. As Flamati comes set and delivers the pitch to Bowie, who is the new third baseman for the Cane Cutters. This is his first at bat, and Artigues went. Looks like Artigues went 1 for 2, grounded out in his first at bat, and then singled in his second at bat. But Bowie right here has a 1-1 count. As Artigues comes set with 2 outs here and delivers the pitch. No more action in the Generals bullpen, as the pitcher looks to be hot and ready, much like a Little Caesars pizza. As that is check swung and back picked from Austin Trace. Jordan Johnson had to lay out to keep it in front of him, but he does. Count goes to 3-1 here. As Austin Trace gives the sign to Aaron Getty. And the pitch. Oh, nope, pick off. Gotta keep his feet from moving. That way you can give your catcher, Austin Trace, a chance to throw out that runner, as he was dancing over there. As he goes, and that is lifted into center field, and that's going to be a play easily made. Routine fly ball for Tanner Roach. And that's going to end the inning. Cane Cutters are able to get 1. Score goes to 11-3 Generals, and we're going to the bottom of the 6th inning. Another new pitcher out. Never mind. All right, and that is going to bring up Kobe Potvin. And Kobe is 1 for 3 on the night, lined out to second base to end our huge 8th run third inning on one heck of a play by their second baseman. And the pitch is taken down and in for strike one. And that is drilled over to third base. That's going to be a ground ball, 5-3. As the first baseman had to jump a little bit, but he is able to make the play. One out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And that's going to bring up number 52, Ryan Flores, who absolutely mashed a ball with a bat flip on top of that. It's a pretty nice bat flip. I'd give it about a 7.5 out of 10. As that ball is absolutely mashed down the first base foul line, but that is going to get foul. Oh yeah, no, it wasn't Joey Bats. His bat flip wasn't on the caliber of Jose Bautista, but it was still respectable. As that pitch is fouled off down the third base line, that's going to get into the Generals' bullpen. Count goes to 0-2, one out here in the bottom of the 6th inning. As Ryan Flores steps in for the 0-2 pitch. Ryan Flores is 3 for 3 on the night with a home run and 2 singles. As he fouls that ball off, count remains 0-2. Ryan Flores tonight having one heck of a game, just like Jordan Johnson. As the pitch, slider, taken, and they're going to call that ball one. As Ryan Flores steps back in, getting ready for the pitch from Hughes. As that is fouled off, ground ball down the first base line. That's going to keep foul. Generals weren't able to get any runs in the last half of the inning. But the key to winning baseball games is to winning more innings than your opponent. Scoring more runs when you do it. And that ball is lifted into left center field. That's going to be a tough play for their center fielder as he catches it and runs into the wall. That was a tough play. Good hit ball. Had a lot of movement. Just running away from the center fielder there. As Ryan Flores looks for high fives and doesn't really get any. Coming into the dugout. Nevertheless, that's going to be 2 outs here in the bottom of the 2nd inning. I'm sorry, bottom of the 6th inning. That's going to bring up Jordan Johnson. Jordan Johnson on the night grounded into a double play and then hit a home run and then a triple. Having a real nice last 2 at-bats. As we are in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs. Let's see if the Generals can get something going with 2 outs. And that is ripped down the third. I guess that gets through the 6 hole. As Jordan Johnson is a double away from the cycle. Tough play for the shortstop. As that ball was hit deep in the hole, he was playing more toward the middle. As their shortstop, Dobbs, had to make a diving effort and it just hit off his glove. And that's going to bring up our shortstop, Peyton Robertson. And that is taken for strike one. 0-1 is the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. Jordan Johnson takes his lead off first base as Hughes takes it, as he gets a sign, comes set, and delivers the pitch, and that's going to get away. as Jordan Johnson advances on a pass ball. Second time tonight he advanced on a pass ball. Last time he advanced, he scored a run because he hit a triple and then the pass ball. Peyton Robertson getting ready for the 1-1 count with Jordan Johnson over there at second base. A single's definitely going to score him. As Hughes comes set and delivers the 1-1 pitch. That is a ball way outside. Taken for ball 2. And the Generals leading 11-3. 12 hits against force. As that ball is check swung taken for ball 3. 3-1 goes the count on Peyton Robertson, who is 1 for 3 on the night with 2 ground outs to short and then a single. Later got him across to score a run. As the 3-1 pitch from Hughes comes, that's going to be a fastball taken in for ball 4. Almost got him right there. With 3 balls, you are definitely not trying to get hit. As he barely escapes the fastball right there. And that's going to bring up number 6, our third baseman, Reese Johnson. And Reese Johnson is he is 0 for 1 with a sac bunt and a walk. As that ball is drilled down the third baseline, but that's going to get down in foul territory. As Reese Johnson gets ready for the 0-1 pitch, 2 on here in the bottom of the 6th. That is outside, but fouled off and caught for strike 2. As Hughes has the advantage right here, as Reese Johnson is definitely in a protect situation with Peyton Robertson and Jordan Johnson on base right here. And that is fouled off over toward the Generals dugout on the third base side. As Damon LaFawn makes a nice play off the side of the wall that we have over there. And Hughes comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch. And that is a 2-seamer that goes way outside. Count goes to 1-2. Easy take there for Reese Johnson. As that pitch is swung on for strike 3. That's going to do it here in the bottom of the 6th. We're going to the top of the 7th here. Generals still leading 11-3. tonight's beer batter, Tyler Thibodeau, it grounds a single into the 6-hole. That's going to make some Generals fans kind of upset because he at least went a couple pitches before hitting the ball last couple at bats. And that's going to bring up Ryan Carr, who is 1 for 3 on the night. Sorry about that, folks. We dropped yet again. Fortunately, this time, though, we were able to last about an hour. As Zatopek comes set and delivers the 1-2 pitch. I don't know when we lost it, but Spencer Aaron Getty went 6 innings, gave up 3 hits, 3 walks, and 3 runs across, but also struck out 5 and is in line for the massive, massive win from the Generals. Here comes the pitch, and that is spiked in the dirt. Austin Trace coming up a little shaken, as it is never fun when your pitcher decides to spike a fastball in the dirt. Randy Carr up for the Cane Cutters. He is 1 for 3 on the night with 2 groundouts to shortstop and a single. As Zatopek comes set and delivers the pitch. No outs here in the top of the 7th, as Thibodeau got a single on the first pitch he saw off of Zatopek. And then Johnson has worked this count from 0-2 to 3-2. Jake's up, and the runner goes on the 3-2 pitch, but it doesn't matter because it's ball 4. And Zatopek is in a little bit of a situation right here. Jake Zatopek so far this.
Third baseman number 29, Cordell Bowie.
Jake Zatopek throwing 9.2 innings so far, striking out 10 with a 5.07 ERA. Looking to get out of this jam so his ERA doesn't jump up much more. As we have no outs here, and the pitch from Zatopek that is taken outside. I don't know where that one missed because that has been called a strike for when we're at the plate a couple times. As Zatopek comes set with 2 runners on. Jordan Johnson looking to play the bunt right here. And that is taken inside for ball 3. That was a close one. As Zatopek looks in, gets a sign from Austin Trace as he comes set and delivers the pitch. And that hits him. And bases are loaded as the Generals bullpen is live. And that's going to bring up the designated hitter number 14, Terrain Spears for the Cane Cutters. He's 0 for 3, struck out looking his last at bat, and popped out, I should say, in his other 2 at bats. As Zatopek comes set and delivers the 0-0 pitch. Called strike 1. That's his first strike in a while here. As Zatopek comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. Swung on for strike 2. Spears trying to get out of this rough nightmare that he's had so far as he's hit 2 weak fly balls and struck out looking in his last at-bat. Zatopek comes set and delivers the 0-2 pitch. That's a slider way outside. Didn't even think about it. Spears couldn't have thought about swinging at that pitch. Generals playing back right here with an 8-run lead. They're thinking it's going to be safe for a while. With their pitching staff and their defense, they have a lot of confidence in themselves. And that is ball up. Very close pitch right there. As the count goes to 2-2. Definitely not helping the pitcher Zatopek right here. And here's the pitch. That's spiked in the dirt. runner thought about going, Austin Trace was able to glove it enough just to keep it in front of him. As Zatopek steps back on the mound. And that ball is ripped down the third base line. And here is the 3-2 pitch from Zatopek. And that hits him. And that's going to walk in a run, and Coach Oros might be making a trip pretty soon to the mound, and he does. As Zatopek has walked to the bases loaded. Oh, nope, it's not Coach Oros, but it is the assistant coach. Going to see where Zatopek's head's at as the Generals bullpen is up. Cutters score one on the hit by pitch. And we will be right back. It does look like Zatopek's going to go out there and face his fifth batter. No outs here in the top of the seventh. No outs here in the top of the seventh, and that's going to bring up the first baseman for the Cane Cutters, number 23, Fisher Norris, who is 0 for 2 on the night with a walk and then 2 flyouts. First pitch from Zatopek is a strike. Hopefully whatever the coach has said to him got a little fire under his butt, and he's going to pitch a little bit better. Hopefully he's a little bit more focused up there on the mound. As that is a nasty, nasty slider that misses down. Zatopek just not seeming to have any sort of control right now, which is really unfortunate because he had a couple batters where he was able to get ahead of them and they just worked it back as that ball is drilled to deep right field. And Bennett Lawrence can't get to it, and that's going to score 2 easy, and maybe 3. Nope, definitely 2. That scored 2 runs there for the Cane Cutters as Bennett Lawrence wasn't able to get back in time for that ball. And that is going to be all for Jake Zatopek. Rough night out for him as the Cane Cutters were able to scratch for 3 against him, and he's going to be responsible for the 2 runners on right here. We'll be right back when we find out who the pitcher is. Hamilcar Medina on the mound for the Generals. So,
Number 5, Bryson Broussard.
and a pinch hitter up for the Cane Cutters. As that ball is flicked out to center field, that's going to be the first out of the inning as Tanner Roach settles under it, but it's also going to be deep enough to score a run as the Cane Cutters are able to score 4 this inning and cut the lead down to 7-11. Hamilcar Medina so far this season, not too bad for him, as he has amounted a 2.55 ERA out of 11 innings pitched, and he's struck out 7 batters total. As the pitch from Medina is swung on for strike 1. And Medina looks in to get a sign from Austin Trace. The Generals last night were able to finally get over that hump for a win, as that is a nasty slider that catches the back half of the plate for strike 2. Generals were finally able to get over the hump of the Brazos Valley Bombers, notching their first win against them on the season, actually shutting them out. And that was an impressive win as Medina pitches. That's a 2-seamer that's swung on for strike 3. And that's going to be the second out of the inning. As Medina comes in and gets 2 quick outs. And the Generals and Bombers got a little bit of Twitter fame because the home plate umpire of last night's ball game for that game decided to get sick all over the turf and College Station. And that got the attention of both both Foul Pole Sports and the pitcher Medina. That's going to be a ball out. That imaging of the umpire getting sick on the field got the attention of Barstool and Foul Pole, and it's been seen a lot. And that ball misses down 2-0. Although I do gotta say, it was nice for that to be the one game that we get Twitter famous on, because the Bombers had 0 runs and we had a whole lot, as we ended up shutting them out last night. Great pitching from our Generals, as Derek Cervantes pitched to 7 innings of shutout work. Jack Engelman also got in there, as Medina comes set and delivers the 3-0. That's a fastball down the middle taken for strike 1. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning. Cane Cutters were able to get 4 across so far, but they are still down 4. As Medina looks in and comes set, delivers the pitch. That is taken for ball 4. Definitely got some of these fans out here riled up, as number 15, Austin Haney, walks. And that's going to bring up Chance Artigue, who is 1 for 3. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a ground out, a fly out, and a single, as that pitch got him on the foot. Artigues is not too happy about that one. He's cursing up a storm and limping a little bit, as that one definitely got him on his back foot. That one definitely hurt, as Medina's night might be done, as Oros is coming out and he doesn't look too happy. and we will be right back. And that is going to bring up the beer batter for the new pitcher for the Generals, Zach Smith. Hamilcar Medina able to get 2 outs in the inning and then walked 2 people. Walked 1 and hit 1. As Zach Smith's first pitch is taken for a strike. Zach Smith so far this season, 4 innings total work with 6 strikeouts and a 1.75 ERA. So hopefully he continue being dominant against these cane cutters hitters. It has been a rough inning for the Generals, but not as rough as the cane cutters' third inning, as they gave up 8 and we've only given up 4 so far. As the bases are loaded for the tying run, the catcher Thibodeau, and if he strikes out, it's going to be 2 for 1 draft beers on the compadre designed party deck. As Zach Smith comes set and delivers the pitch out of the stretch. Fouled off for strike 2. As people start making their way over toward the compadres designed party deck, trying to get their 2 for 1 draft beers. As Zach Smith comes set and delivers the pitch. Swung on for strike 3. 2 for 1 draft beers on the party deck, and Zach Smith gets us out of the jam. Generals still lead 11-7. And that's going to bring up the catcher, Austin Trace, who is 0 for 1 on the night with a double play line drive to second base and a walk. As that ball is taken. Same pitcher out. Nick Hughes, who has shut down the Generals hitters the last 2 innings, putting up back-to-back goose eggs. As the pitch misses. Was that you? 2-0. As Hughes looks in to get a sign from Thibodeau. As the line from the party deck is inching its way closer, but they are still at the dugout. Lots of people getting their 2-for-1 draft beers because Thibodeau struck out. As Austin Trace steps in for the 3-0 pitch. As Nick Hughes comes set and gets his pitch. And that either got him or went way in. Almost got him at least. As Austin Trace is going to first base. I don't know if they got him or if it was just inside, but I don't think the umpires signaled that it got him, so I think it's going to go down as a 4-pitch walk. And that's going to bring up right fielder number 2, Bennett Lawrence, who is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk, a single, and struck out swinging his last at-bat. Zach Lemus on deck as Bennett Lawrence swears around a bunt, but that pitch almost got him as he pulls back in time. Ball 1. As Bennett Lawrence gets ready. And that his pitch is taken down and outside for strike 1. Bennett Lawrence looking to get something for the Generals here in the bottom of the 7th inning. A little bit more insurance as he squares around a bunt. He offers at it, but that ball had a lot of movement and ran away from his bat right there. Would have been a ball had he taken, but he wasn't able to pull back in time as he actually ended up lunging for it. 1-2 goes the count, but don't be surprised if we bunt here with 2 strikes. Coach Orles has been known to have his players bunt with 2 strikes before, so we just got to keep an eye out for that as Bennett Lawrence gets ready for the 1-2 pitch. And here's the pitch from Hughes. That's fouled off. Count remains 1-2. No outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning as Austin Trace walked for his first at-bat. Austin Trace gets his lead as Nick Hughes gets his pitch, and here's the pitch. That ball is taken. Slider misses outside. Count goes to 2-2. As Nick Hughes comes set and delivers the 2-2 pitch. And that is taken down for ball 3. Count goes full, 3-2. And the Victoria Generals would like to thank former intern Claire Lagging for taking a production internship with ESPN as that ball misses up. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks for Hughes right here. And that's going to bring up Zach Lemus, who is 0 for 2 with back-to-back strikeouts looking, but he walked his first at-bat. But congratulations, Miss Lagging, as she embarks on a new journey in ESPN. La la la, wait till I get my money right. And the manager for the Cane Cutters is going to come out and talk to Hughes. They do have people in their bullpen. We'll be right back. After one of the longest mound visits, they finally decide that they're going to pull Hughes and bring in Olivares. And I will get Hughes' stats in a second. Zach Lemus waits. And Austin Trace and Bennett Lawrence are going to be on first and second when we resume play. And we will be right back when we resume play. Okay. I apologize about that. Having some more technical difficulties. As Oliveira is now in for their pitcher, Noah Hughes. Noah Hughes ended up going 2 innings on 1 hit, having 3 walks and 4 strikeouts. And that's going to bring up Marcus Oliveira. Kobe Potvin on deck, and Zach Lemus had a sac bunt in his last at bat, getting the runners over from second and third. When we came back, the runners, and Austin Trace and Bennett Lawrence tried to do a little trickery and just stand on second and third, but the umpires caught it in time. And 2-2 pitch is fouled off from Oliveras. Count remains 2-2. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Seems every time that the Cane Cutters bring in their defense, their infield, we seem to just hit it over them so far this game, as that pitch is swung on in the dirt for strike 3. Weren't able to keep the trend going, as that is going to be the second out. And that is going to bring up the left fielder, number 121, Chase Evans, who is pinch hitting here for Potvin. And that is a fastball up, swung on for strike 1. Oliveras must be throwing a little bit of heat up here, as Generals hitters do seem to be a little bit behind on it, as Oliveras comes set with the runners on second and third, and the pitch. Fastball swung on for strike 2. Kobe Potvin ended the night 1 for 4. 1 for 4 with a single, a strikeout, and then a line out and a ground out, unfortunately for him. So we have Chase Evans up getting at bat right here, and that is swung on fastball for strike 3. That's going to do it here for the Generals. Generals strand 2, unfortunately. And we're going to the top of the 8th inning. And that's going to bring up number 16, Ryan Carr for the Cane Cutters. And Zach Smith on for his second, well, still his first inning of work, technically, as that ball is lofted into deep center field as Tanner Roach is able to get back there, make the play, as that is the first pitch of the inning and the first out. As Zach Smith comes set. A little bit of fan commotion. Looked like a little bit of looked like a toddler that fell down. As Zach Smith's second pitch of the at-bat is taken for strike 2. As Bowie is in for Dobbs. And Bowie is 0 for 1, hit by pitch in his last at-bat. And the 1-2 pitch is swung on for strike 3. 2 outs here on 5 pitches. Zach Smith completes his first full inning of work. And that's going to bring up number 14, Trevane Spears, who is 0 for 3 on the day, hit by pitch in his last at-bat. As Smith comes set and delivers the pitch, and that's going to be taken for ball 1. First hitter he's gotten behind so far in the game. As Smith comes set and delivers the pitch, and that's going to be a single up the middle. Trevane Spears gets his first hit of the ball game. And that's going to bring up number 3, Norris, the first baseman. And Fisher Norris in his last at-bat, they marked it down as an error from Victoria, as Bennett Lawrence wasn't able to get a ball that was lined to deep right field. As Zach Smith comes set, and that ended up costing the Generals 2 runs in the last inning on Fisher Norris's line drive. As Smith comes set and delivers the pitch. Almost quick pitch, and he's coming set. You better be careful watching that, because the Cane Cutters did get called for a balk earlier in this game. As Zach Smith comes set, waits a couple seconds and delivers the pitch. Fastball taken for strike 1, 2-1 goes the count. 2 outs here, 1 runner on here in the top of the 8th inning. As the Generals are leading 11-7. Generals have 12 hits across, and the Cane Cutters have only been able to amount 5. As this runner goes, and that's fouled off, and that's going to get into the Generals bullpen. Fortunately, because Spears had that back stolen all the day. There was no way that Austin Trace was even going to have the ability to throw the ball. He might as well have just thrown it back had he not fouled that ball off. And we do the 2-2 count again. And the pitch. Taken. Close ball that must have missed down. Count goes full, 3-2, 2 outs here. You know Spears is going. As soon as he sees Zach Smith go to the plate, he is 100% going. And he is. And that's going to be grounded to the shortstop. That's going to be thrown over to first base. Jordan Johnson is able to make the play. Our shortstop. Didn't look like Peyton Robertson out there. I think we had a defensive replacement, but I don't think it was reported. Oh no, I think it was Peyton Robertson actually. Peyton Robertson makes a great play, strong throw over to first base, and we're going to the bottom of the eighth. And the Generals are leading 11-7. Looks like Derek Cervantes is going to be pinch hitting as Marcus Oliveras is still on the mound. And Derek Cervantes is going to be pinch hitting for Ryan Flores. Ryan Flores finishes the night with two singles, and an absolute mash to right center field. And then he lined out to deep left field in his last at bat, and it's going to bring out Derek Cervantes, as the fans here are very excited, and that is drilled to deep center field, and the center fielder trips, and that's going to be extra bases. That might be 3 for Derek Cervantes, and he's going to go for it, and he's going to slide in there safely. Wow, what a costly trip out there in center field. And that ended up being a triple for Derek Cervantes, a leadoff triple against Marcus Oliveras by Derek Cervantes, who does a great job swinging at the first pitch he sees, and that's going to bring up Jordan Johnson. Matt LeBlanc looks a little bit shaken up out there. Hunter LeBlanc looks a little bit shaken up out there. And as that brings up Jordan Johnson, who is, as the pitch misses up, Jordan Johnson on the night is 3 for 4 with a single, a triple, and a home run. It is only a double away from the cycle as he chases a high fastball. As the fans are really behind us here, as they're chanting, "Let's go Generals," as we are trying to get a little bit more insurance, as that is check swung. Home plate umpire says he doesn't go. No appeal. As Jordan Johnson steps back into the batter's box, Oliveira is currently down in the count, 2-1. As Jordan Johnson is just a double away from the cycle. And that ball is flicked into right field. It's going to be foul. Is it going to get out? It is. Count goes to 2-2. As Jordan Johnson gets ready for the 2-2 count. Marcus Oliveras is already ready to pitch as Jordan Johnson is taking a second to collect himself. Looks like they might think about doing a potential squeeze because he's just walking with Cervantes. No squeeze on as that ball is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. If you're just joining us, Generals leading 11-7. Derek Cervantes on third base hit a triple after Hunter LeBlanc, and the pitch misses down. Count goes full, 3-2, no outs here. Derek Cervantes hit an absolute missile to the 405 sign in center field. And LeBlanc tripped getting there as that ball is swung on for strike 3. Doesn't look like we're going to get to see a cycle from Jordan Johnson. Nevertheless, one heck of a night with a home run, a triple, and a single as Peyton Robertson, the shortstop, comes up. Peyton is 1 for 3 on the day, walked in his last at-bat, and had a single and scored in our 8-run third inning. As Peyton Robertson just gets ready from the pitch from Olivares. And that is swung on. Hardy hack from Peyton as he is trying to get his bat hot. And he looks like he's trying to swing for the fences on every pitch. He's trying to maybe get his average up a little bit. As that ball is taken for strike 2. Peyton Robertson was named the All-American NAIA Player of the Year for LSU Shreveport. Peyton Robertson, no stranger to this stadium as the collegiate team, as Olivares comes set, and that's swung on, foul down the third baseline, as LSU Shreveport comes down to play the University of Houston Victoria in this very stadium because they're in the same conference. UHV finished second in that division this year as LSU Shreveport ended up winning, with Peyton Robertson leading them to that title. As Peyton Robertson gets ready for the pitch, and that is going to get away from the catcher, and it's Eric Cervantes is going to come and score easily, as that was just thrown way out, almost to the ball is almost really thrown to. Honestly, it was almost thrown to the dugout. He just didn't want to let go of that. All there is, as the count goes to 1-2 on Peyton Robertson. General scored a run right there. And that's called strike 3 on a definite ball, because from where I'm sitting, it was definitely in the other batter's box. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning as the Generals are leading. Gotta have a fiddle in the bang. Two outs here in the bottom of the 8th for the Generals. As the first pitch is swung on for strike 1. Generals were able to get the first run of the inning for them in on a triple from Derek Cervantes, thanks to a trip in center field from the center fielder for the Cane Cutters, LeBlanc, as that ball is swung on and fouled off for strike 2. As number 6, Reese Johnson, has not had the best day at the plate as he grounded out in his first at-bat, a sac bunt in his second, walked in his third, and struck out in his last at-bat. As that ball is a slider, it misses in the dirt for ball 1. 1-2 goes the count, 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Reese Johnson struck out his last at-bat. Olivares seems to be pitching pretty well, seems to be one of their better arms out of the pen for the Cane Cutters. I wonder if they couldn't have wanted to go to him in a situation like they were in, with the bases loaded last inning and the down 4 runs at the time. This seems to be a guy that you definitely want when you have a lead. Unfortunately for the Cane Cutters, they gave up 8 in the third, and the Generals really haven't looked back since. Reese Johnson steps in. Count has been able to work the count back from 0-2 to 3-2 as the full count pitch comes. And that is taken, ball 4. Debatable call right there. The umpire seems to be questionable on the calls, on the corners. That is for sure. He's seems to give the outside corner to the pitchers on right-handed hitters as Austin Trace makes his way up to the plate. Austin Trace today is 0 for 1, flew into a double play really in the third inning and walked his other 2 times out. As Austin Trace takes a hearty hack at that one. And that is going to be 0-1 for the count. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 1 run across for the Generals. That broke their 0 streak where they didn't score a run for 3 innings after scoring 8 in the third and 2 in the second. And then they ended up laying three goose eggs. And they finally were able to break that trend as Reese Johnson takes off. Snap tag, and he's called out. Wow. Definitely sold that tag a lot better than I thought. But apparently the umpire had a better angle, and he definitely called him out. And we're going to go to the top of the 9th inning where the Cane Cutters need to score 5 just to stay alive. Ty Abraham on to pitch for the Victoria Generals here in the top of the 9th inning. Generals have a 5-run lead thanks to an 8-run third inning and then 2 in the 4th. And then they just scored 1 on a Derek Cervantes triple and then a wild pitch. But that's going to do it for the Generals pitcher Zach Smith, who went 1 1/3, gave up 1 hit and had 2 strikeouts, and just kind of quieted this Cane Cutters offense. And we're going to go to the new pitcher, Ty Abraham, to face the second baseman, number 5, Bryce Broussard. As Abraham looks in. And Ty Abraham finally comes set and delivers the pitch. That's going to be a fastball up. Ty Abraham so far has pitched 8 innings, given up only 2 hits, 1 earned run, 5 walks, and 9 strikeouts, and has gotten, to his credit, a .88 ERA. That is by far the lowest out of the Generals pitchers. And he has one save to his credit as well. As here comes the pitch. Hardy hack, swung on for strike one. 1-1 goes the count. As Abraham comes set and delivers the pitch to Broussard. And that is swung on for strike two. 1-2 goes the count. Bryce Broussard flew out in his only at bat because he is a pinch hitter and he's a replacement for the original third baseman Moore. And the pitch fouled off. 2-2 goes the count. Remains in the count. No outs here in the top of the ninth inning. Generals looking to secure a win and hopefully catch a gain. And that's swung on for strike three. One out here. One out here in the top of the ninth inning. Generals still leading 12-7. Generals are looking to gain a gain on the Brazos Valley Bombers, who have had our number so far this season, as we've only been able to get the one win yesterday. Yeah. Right now, at least, the Brazos Valley Bombers are the equivalent to the New York Yankees of Pedro Martinez. They are our daddies so far. As that pitch is swung on for strike one. The Generals so far this season have a 16-8 record, looking to make that 19-8. As that pitch is swung on for strike two. As the Generals pitcher is up 1-2 on Hunter LeBlanc, who tripped and ended up giving up a run last inning because of that trip. And that ball is lofted into center field, and Tanner Roach isn't going to have a problem with that one. As the Generals fans are getting loud and rowdy. As two outs here. As we go to two outs here in the top of the 10th. And that's going to bring up Alex Hain, number 15. Alex Haney. Alex Hain. Two outs here in the top of the 10th. And that ball is going to be in the dirt, picked by Austin Trace. Good pick by Austin Trace over there. Tomorrow is Dogs Day at the park. Bring your dogs out. For all you General fans, as the pitch from Abraham is called strike. Count goes to 1-1. That is the third cane cutter hitter in a row to start off 1-0 and then go even at 1-1. Swung on for strike two. As we are one pitch away from getting our 19th win of the season. As Abraham looks in. And Generals fans are getting excited. Check swing. Definitely questionable call from the umpires. He said that they did not go. 2-2s across the board here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 9th. Generals have 12 runs on 13 hits, and the Cane Cutters have 7 runs on 5. As Abraham comes set and delivers the 2-2 pitch. Taken in the dirt. Ball 3. Count goes full. Generals fans on their feet here. Getting real excited for this game to be over. And pitch Fastball taken upstairs. Ball 4. Austin Hain walks. And that's going to bring up the shortstop. Champ Artigues. Artigues, no official at-bats this game, as he takes the first pitch for ball 1. Abraham comes set and delivers the 1-0 pitch. Ball upstairs. Abraham seeming to have a hard time finding the strike zone right here after he quickly retired the first 2 batters of the inning. He's going to take a moment to collect himself, and he steps back on the mound looking in from the sign from the catcher, Austin Trace. And the pitch. Fastball in, ball 3. Count goes to 3-0 here in the top of the 9th. Coach Oros might have to go talk to him if he ends up walking this batter, as he comes set and delivers the 3-0. That's a ball upstairs as Austin Trace is going to talk to him. Generals fans still on their feet, getting really, really excited as the beer batter the batter Thibodeau comes up. Thibodeau struck out in his last at-bat. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be half-price beer if he strikes out this time, because there will be no half of the inning to play after this. Yeah. And the pitch is taken upstairs for ball 3. He is in danger of walking 3 in a row as Coach Oros is going out to talk to him. And we will be right back for the continuation of this ball game. Generals fans, don't go away. Coach Oros called time and a short mound visit as the first pitch after the mound visit is a ball. Generals bullpen is up, and that looks like the submariner, Jack Engelman. As number 16, the leadoff hitter, Ryan Carr, comes up with the bases loaded and a great opportunity to keep this game going for the Cane Cutters. Oh, God, please no. And the pitch. Taken upstairs. That is his 9th ball in a row. Generals fans disagreeing, but from where I'm sitting, that ball was up. He's not missing close right now. He's everywhere, and I don't know what happened. As the pitch is taken for strike 1, and the Generals fans erupt as they are super, super excited for the first strike in 10 pitches. And the pitch. Engelman is getting ready. As Abraham comes set and delivers the 2-1. Swung on for strike 2. 2-2 goes the count. 2 balls here, 2 strikes, and 2 outs here in the top of the 9th inning. No runs across this inning for the Acadiana Cane Cutters. 7 runs total, and they are down by 5. Tying run on deck. And the pitch. That is a fastball that misses down. Count goes full. Full count here. Runners will definitely be going right here as it's full count 3 and 3 runners on. And that is swung on, strike 3. Generals win. Generals win. The Generals end the game scoring 12 runs on 13 hits. 1 error for the Generals. Cane Cutters tried to get a late run. 7th inning, as they were able to get 4, but nothing after that, and they end the game losers as the Generals won 7-12. And we will see you tomorrow for Dogs Day at the Park against the Cane Cutters for the completion of this series. And it is time to defend the deck.